course of my career, and they've always gone through smoothly and nominally at a nominal expense, and without any siphoning off. The courts aren't doing anything but maybe $100 or $2 for filing fees. Attorneys don't charge that much for an estate. But
I have seen the horror stories. No, I mean, my family's
there are horror stories because there are abusive and predatory attorneys out there. And we do have, with respect to the larger estates, we have a very abusive and predatory government out there.
But I do want to warn people. One of the most predatory groups I've seen per capita is the fake patriots that are out there. I call them patriot mythology, and B-Crap discovered this. Maybe you can briefly mention it. Per capita, the most abusive thing I've seen, they will sit there and tell people they're setting them up a trust and steal their property. And I'm telling you, I mean, folks, let me tell you, the most dangerous thing out there is the fake patriot movement. These quote, usually they're not lawyers. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're lawyer wannabes, or they call themselves lay lawyers. One guy does. I'm just glad he doesn't wish he was smart enough to have been a brain surgeon. I only operate on my friends, just on weekends. But there's a lot of that, and I think a lot of it too originates with the government, because they're the only ones that benefit from those things. And you've got a lot of people out there that are PAY patriots. That are in it for the business, and matter of fact, those will resist those of us who are actually trying to stop, this, because they feed off of it.
Folks, I could name you.
The same thing though operates with a lot of guys out there selling so-called insurance and trusts to avoid the horrors of probate, and they're charging people $6,000, $10,000, $15,000 to avoid a $750 probate fee.
Yeah, I agree. Folks, watch out. Any charlatan that says, I'll get you out of taxes, let me be the trustee of the trust, or my friend. I have watched him, and I've warned people in Austin. They never listen. They get ripped off. And these people all hate me. Boy, you wouldn't believe how much they hate me. But I will not sit here and watch their criminal activity. Let's go ahead and talk to Taylor in Florida. Taylor, you're on the air with our guest. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me, man. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for everything that you've been doing, everything that you do for your job on a daily basis. You're a brave American who stands for everything Americans should. Second of all, thank you, Tommy. I really agree with what you're saying about the consolidate. What we really need to do right now is I really have a question. My question is, what we really need to do, first of all, is the spread of information is going, like, People are definitely becoming aware, and the scary thing is about it, though, is that who has the mass control of the knowledge of the popular opinion of the worldview of what's going on is now starting to catch on, and like what Alex has been talking about, and they have at this point, if people don't quit being scared of talking about it, because the thing is, people are awake, but people people want to live their lives. They don't want to.
That's right. And the Trojan horses. I appreciate your call, Glenn Beck and others. They're going to falsely lead people into a false patriot movement. Do you agree, Tommy Cryer?
I do agree. I think that they want to lead us off. It's misdirection and disinformation, and what they're doing is keeping us off the real track. And basically, what Truth Attack is doing on the consolidation point that the caller made is that we're not trying to take over any movement or anything. All we're doing is saying we're the cavalry, support us, and what we do is take the offensive step, and our object is to take the government, put it back in its box, one tentacle at a time.
And a tree by its fruits. A tree by, and you and Larry B. Kraft and Joe Bannister and others have gone into the jaws. You've been arrested. You've defeated the enemy time and time again. You've put out real info that, from my own research, I know is accurate, and that's why we support you. And we're going to have the folks for the next 2 weeks on that I know are for real and bona fide. Tommy Cryer, thanks for being on with us.
Thanks for having me on, Alex. Anytime.
You bet. Good to have you here with us today. Appreciate that. Okay, we're going to break, and then coming up, I'm going to get into the shanty towns all over the country that they're shutting down, grabbing their children, grabbing their cars, not letting them have a job while they live at the shanty town so they can build enough money to get out of it. They take them to these camps where they're basically prisoners. We have eyewitnesses there that work in this office who've just spent 4 days in California, one of the worst areas affected by the implosion, by the depression. Then I'll get into the latest FEMA coffin stuff. Got a big one on that front.
Are you tired of losing your hard-earned savings in retirement? Does the continued loss of purchasing power through the hidden tax of inflation brought on by trillions of dollars in government bailouts bother you? Then please let me, Dwayne Daly with Midas Resources, help you to protect what you have left. Call me at 800-686-2237 extension 115, and I will explain to you how to retain your wealth and purchasing power now and in the future with gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a form of currency for 6,000 years compared to our present fiat currency, which has only been in existence for 38 years and failing fast. Call me, Dwayne Daly, at 800-686-2237 extension 115 to start your protection of wealth today. I will custom fit the protection package to your personal needs. No amount is too small, so start today. Call Dwayne Daly with Midas Resources at 800-686-2237 extension 115 for your gold and silver protection portfolio.
In the New World Order's war against